Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. Automakers are starting to ramp up production. GM CEO says he has no interest in the Japanese market, and a preview of the Woodward Avenue Dream Cruise. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, August 13th, 2009, and now the news. Well, we're not exactly singing "Happy Days Are Here Again," but we might be humming a few bars in the near future. A number of automakers are boosting car production, hiring back workers, and adding overtime to the production schedule. Ford, Chrysler, and Toyota are cranking up the assembly lines to provide dealers with more inventory. A lot of that's got to do with the Cash for Clunkers program, which left automakers with extremely low levels of inventory on compact cars. A proposal to change the Cash for Clunkers program to allow customers to receive a voucher if a car is not on the dealer lot is being opposed by foreign automakers, specifically Toyota and Honda. According to the AP, they argue that it'll cause confusion and add more complexity to the program. Of course, they have the inventory to take advantage of the Cash for Clunkers program, while GM and Chrysler, which shut down during their bankruptcies, do not. Lawmakers pushing the proposal argue that the program has caused a scarcity of fuel-efficient vehicles and that low production levels have made it hard to replenish inventories. While Japanese automakers have an intense interest in American public policy and the American car market, the American automakers could not care less about what's happening in Japan. General Motors, for example, is growing and investing in most markets around the world, but here's what GM's CEO Fritz Henderson told me about Japan.
I don't care what happens to the Japan market. I really don't. We don't play there in any substantive way. We've been reducing our we've been reducing our presence there. We're not a player there. We don't invest there. We invest in China. We don't invest in Japan. I don't care. The only thing I care about is where the countries where we do participate, that we win.
Even though Japan is the largest automobile manufacturer in the world, it's pretty much a closed market. Not one foreign automaker has an assembly plant in Japan, and almost no foreign suppliers do. General Motors will begin exporting vehicles made in China by its joint venture with SAIC and Wuling, and since it's got no hope in selling in the Japanese market, it's going to South America, the Middle East, and North Africa. Two mini commercial vehicles, the Wuling N200 and N300, will be badged as Chevrolets and sold through GM's distribution network. The first vehicles are being shipped out today. Reuters reports that Volkswagen's chief executive Martin Winterkorn is also poised to become the new CEO of Porsche. He's taken the reins from Wendelin Wiedeking, who was ousted from the position following an epic power struggle with Ferdinand Piëch. VW is set to acquire a 49% stake in Porsche, which puts the two companies on the road to becoming integrated by the end of 2011. It's now official, Hyundai is bringing the Equus sedan to the American market. The model is aimed squarely at established players in the luxury segment, like the BMW 7 Series and Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The Equus is built on the same rear-drive platform as the Hyundai Genesis and will likely share the same engines. It should reach U.S. showrooms sometime next year. Coming up next, a look at the annual Woodward Avenue Dream Cruise. We'll be back right after this.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
The Woodward Avenue Dream Cruise is the largest one-day automotive event in the world. Every summer on the third Saturday in August, thousands of classic cars and spectators descend on the famous piece of pavement running from Detroit to Pontiac, Michigan. The event draws cars from all over the world, some coming from places as far away as New Zealand and Japan. To celebrate the annual automotive gathering, we'll be broadcasting right from Woodward. Tonight, Autoline After Hours is coming to you live from the AutoZone Hobby Store in Birmingham, Michigan. You know, a couple of years ago, we produced a video on the Dream Cruise. If you are not familiar with the event, here's a little taste of what it's all about.
This year marks the 11th anniversary of the Woodward Avenue Dream Cruise. And in that time, the event has grown to become the largest single-day automotive event in the world. This year, an estimated 2 million people and nearly 100,000 classic, vintage, and custom cars are making a pilgrimage to this hallowed stretch of paved real estate. The Dream Cruise began in 1995 as a modest, grassroots event designed to benefit a single charity and became an instant hit. That first year, organizers planned an attendance of 10,000 people. 250,000 people showed up, and Detroit's cruising culture claimed the event as their own. The following year, the 9 communities that border Woodward came together and designated the third Saturday of each August as the official Dream Cruise date. The rest is history.
This is the granddaddy of all cruises. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dream Cruise is the best car event in the world. I mean, it's the largest one-day automotive event in the world, and as a classic car owner and sort of a gearhead and a car enthusiast for many years, I decided to actually purchase the '68 Firebird after the very first Dream Cruise 10 years ago.
If you're into cars and you've never been to the Dream Cruise, you really should check it out. And if you want to watch the rest of this compelling video, swing on over to the Autoline store on our website and pick up a copy or 2 of the DVD for yourself. Again, Cruisin' Woodward is available on our online store on our website. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so filling in for me and making his Autoline daily debut is the irrepressible Jim Hall. And since I'm not going to be here, we're pulling this week's trivia contest ahead by a day. We challenged you to tell us the name of the old General Motors, the part of the business that contains all the company's bad assets. And the correct answer is that company's now called Motors Liquidation Company. Motors Liquidation Company. You know, as far as names go, they don't get more descriptive than that. It's got a nice ring to it, don't you think? And this week's winner is Steve Lindsay of Sault Ste. Marie, the Sioux, located in Ontario, Canada. Congratulations, Steve. You just won a Mazda Zoom Zoom baseball hat. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight and tomorrow.